Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey, everyone. So 41-year-old Thomas Adams of Illinois has been found guilty for his crimes he committed on January 6th. Adam refused a plea deal. He opted for a stipulated bench trial before U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta. And on Tuesday, January 30th of this year, he was found guilty on 2 charges: entering a restricted building or grounds and obstructing an official proceeding. So the judge dismissed the other 3 misdemeanors, which included 2 counts of disorderly conduct and parading in a Capitol. Based on the felony obstruction conviction, Adams could be looking at up to 20 years. It's unlikely, though, as we've all seen, the federal sentencing guidelines are always much lower, unless they've committed an act of violence or if they have a criminal history. Then it's unusual for the January 6 defendants to get more than maybe 2 to 3 years for the obstruction charge. And I can see this guy getting at least a couple of years because he did an interview right after the Capitol attack in which he called this whole thing hilarious. He called the Capitol attack hilarious, and he said it was, quote, a really fun time. Now he's done something even more stupid, even more self-destructive. The day after his trial, Adams told a local news outlet, quote, I wouldn't change anything I did. I didn't do anything. I still, to this day, even though I had to admit guilt, I don't feel like I did what the charge is. I did go there. I was in the building. I didn't refuse to leave because no one ever told me specifically to get out. I was never asked to get out until a group of officers came on the Senate floor and told everybody in there it was time to go. We all lined up and we walked out. He kind of leaves out the part about how they got in there, right? About the other people who were literally physically fighting with officers to get into the Senate chamber. So anyway, he goes on to say, quote, I followed the crowd. When I got there, the perimeter fence was already knocked down. I didn't knock anything down. I didn't damage anything. I climbed up the back stairs just like everybody else and stood up there videotaping. I noticed the door was open and said, hey guys, the door is open. The crowd's going in. I think it's time for us to go in. And he also said, quote, I had no clue of the level of escalated violence that was going on the other side of the building or in that building until I got home and saw it on the news. So let's break this down. He admits that he saw perimeter fencing that had been knocked down, yet he continued past it. He admits that he illegally entered a government building, which even on a normal day requires a background check and entry through metal detectors, let alone on a day like this when the Vice President of the United States is on site inside that building. He admits that he was carrying a pocket knife, and he admits that there was horrific violence that took place that day. Violence that, but for his involvement, could never have happened because the police officers who were managing people like him, who were trying to get people like him out of the building, could have been outside helping their fellow officers to fend off the bear spray and the tasers and the beatings. And yet he still maintains he did nothing wrong. He still maintains that he wouldn't change a thing. So that means, given the chance, he will do it again. This guy is delusional, and he clearly is a danger. So anyway, his sentencing is scheduled for June 16th of this year. I will let you guys know how that goes down. So let's just hope Judge Mehta gives him a fun time behind bars for a few years. Maybe he just needs a little time out to rethink his life choices. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and donate or become a monthly supporter if you possibly can. Take care, guys. Love you all. Talk with you soon.